What is one thing you always wanted as a kid, but now as an adult, it seems really speepty? To own a restaurant. I just assumed you make a ton of money and become a social hub where you generously treat your friends to meals on the house. Instead, it's a ton of hard work, slim profit margins, toxic coworkers and a fairly large chance of failure. My family always owned a pizzeria or gelateria. It's a lifestyle really. If you enjoy it, you'll love it because it's all you do. If you don't, you'll get burned out fast, have huge back/hand pain and hate your life. I'll probably inherit that and keep it going, and for me personally it's sick. I grew up with it. Everybody in the city knows and loves my father, and to an extent me too. I've been working there for 3 years. I don't know how it'll be when I'll be 25 years deep and owning the thing though. The money is enough to live okay, but that shouldn't be why you do it. My sister has owned restaurants/catering venues for 25 years. She sold her last venture and got a nice job working from home with great benefits, really needed insurance. And she works 3 to 12-hour shifts a week. She is so ingrained in the food industry. She actually opened a new restaurant because she missed it so much. So now she makes her retired husband run it the 3 days she works her other job. I feel bad for your brother-in-law. Not sleeping. Boy, did I not know about life. I hated sleep as a kid. Hate it as an adult. There's so much sleep to do in a day. Why do I have to spend 1/3 of unconscious? I hate sleeping because my dreams all absolutely suck. I never ever have good ones. I legitimately never remember what I dreamt. My dreams as a kid were epic though. And I've peeping love sleeping. Filling every room of the house with water so you can swim around. As a kid I got into a lot of trouble trying to make a swimming pool with a cardboard box in the living room. I'm a dad SND. This comment is making my eye twitch. Bad news. It's only going to get worse. The ability to eat or drink whatever I wanted. At any time of day. I realize it's a privilege, but I wish someone would take the Oreos away from me at 7 a.m. One time when I was really high, I went to the grocery store, bought a box of fruit by the foot and ate it all that night just cause I knew it would make child me proud. Like 40 dogs. Inside. Little me thought it would be a wonderland. Adult me just sees the food bills, vet bills, smells and maintenance. By maintenance you mean the mountains of poop. Not sure if this counts, but I remember when I was very young and desperately wanted to be a cashier so that I could just stand there while people give me money. You can imagine my surprise when I realized that's not how it works. What an excellent job. Why isn't everyone a cashier? Growing up, my mother always said youth is wasted on the young. I called BS. Boy, was I wrong. Anna, anyone? A boat. Once I became an adult I learned what they cost in upkeep. And it suddenly made sense why my dad said we would never own one. Of course. Even though I now know how speepty they are to own and maintain. Deep down I still want one. It's really not that bad. Especially if it's freshwater and you know how to winterize it yourself. What gets bad is when the kids want that day at the lake and you realize that you're putting 100 in gas in the boat and buying 50 worth of snacks and drinks every trip. Seriously. Marine outboards are amazingly well built and can run for decades without much more than plugs and oil. And the rest of a small boat is just a watertight container with some seats and a few lights. If someone is at all handy and already has a tow vehicle, owning a small boat is extremely affordable. My friend has a 1950s speedboat for the river. With a modern engine. Barely spends anything on maintenance. You can tell it's from the 1950s because it's got tail fins like the cars of that era. Lol. A video phone. I got my wish. Being on Zoom 8 hours a day is not so amazing anymore. Real monkey's paw on that one. Such a dumb kid. My mom was a scratch cook. Everything she made was from wholesome, healthy ingredients. Not because it was a healthy lifestyle, but because she really knew how to cook. I could look in the fridge and cupboards all day and find nothing to eat. She could go in the same kitchen and come out a couple hours later with a beautiful complete meal. So what did my dumbass want? Hamburger helper. I whined. I pleaded. I cajoled. When I got a job, I bought some and made it. Again. What a dumb kid. My mom baked all the bread when we were kids. Baked at least every other day and at least a dozen different kinds. And all we wished for was store-bought bread. Right? How stupid were we? I miss my mom's cooking. Man. That woman could do some serious cooking. Filling the shower up to the top so I could swim. A monkey? Child. I want a pet monkey. Adult. I want to shed these societal chains and return to monkey. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition. Return to monkey. Tradition unnecessary. Monkey in our genes. A Lamborghini. But God. It just seems so stupid now. I saw a Maserati driving in the French Quarter the other day that was pretty cool. Somebody else's $100,000. So. Pretty cool. I saw a black wrapped one at the Moto near Leeds. It just seemed a lot of money just to drive near Leeds. To break a leg or something so I'd get a lot of attention. As a child. Badge of honor. As a young adult. A major inconvenience and expense. Middle age and above. Possible chronic pain for life. If it's an automatic. You can't drive with a broken right leg. If you have a standard car. You can't drive at all. Trampoline floors. I'm an adult. I never even thought about trampoline floors. Amazing idea. I want them now. High heels. I don't wear high heels as an adult even nearly as much as I thought I would have when I was a kid. An easy bake oven. I still kinda want one of these purely because it can cook a single treat instead of whole batches. I've messed around with mug cake recipes, but deep down I still want an easy bake. I bought once at a rummage sale and it's oooked. The speed that comes out is mad gross. There was no mix, so I sent away for new packets and the heat source is a light bulb. I promise you mug cake is better. I had one when I was a child. My grandfather used to laugh so hard when I used it to make popcorn. Only 2 grains per time, lol. It was a lot of time to make just a cup of popcorn. A mustache. Always wanted one as a kid, turns out I hate how it feels. How does it feel? With its feelers. How does it feel? I really want one, lol. I always wanted a regulation size pool table and all the accessories plus the special hanging light with emerald green glass shades and white interior. Then, once we moved, it was a choice between having a dining table or using the dining area for a pool table, not enough room for both. Note: we tried covering the pool table and using it as a dining table. But the chairs wouldn't fit underneath. So, it had to go into storage until someday when there'd be room to enjoy it once again. The cathedral-sized pipe organ in your living room was the right choice. A huge house. Now I have one. I do enjoy it, but there's a lot of cleaning, maintenance and heating/cooling bills. Mo money, mo problems. I really wanted a horse when I was a kid. When my mom asked where I would keep it, I said the living room. I kinda forgot about the fact that I really wanted a horse. I lived on a half-acre suburban home. It wasn't going to happen. But I had these ideas that I could ride it to school. And the horse would hang out eating grass in the schoolyard until I was done with school, and then I would ride him home. That's really cute and wholesome. I wanted to be a parapsychologist/ghost hunter. Now I question the validity of ghosts. Ghosts are real. It's parapsychologists that don't exist. Fame. My son has a book called Thelma the Unicorn that's all about how much fame sucks. My son loves that book too. They never should have brought out a sequel. To become a doctor. Mainly for the money. But after I thought about it, it's a lot of stress in school. At least 10 extra years. Then when you're in residency you have extremely long days and work shifts. Either days in the hospital or being on call. While there are some perks, I've now realized that it is an extremely exhausting field to be in. I'm happy where my life is heading. Some of my friends had believed I was going to be a doctor because of how smart they thought I was. But I believe that I'd rather spend the time and effort on the people I love and on myself. I'm not putting down anybody who went down this path. I actually have a huge amount of respect for you all. Especially during all of this public health crisis. This was just one career that I wanted as a kid but realized it wasn't what I wanted as an adult. I guess you could still call me a kid. I wanted to be a doctor for some time, then realized I would probably crack under all the pressure. Leave a like and a comment if you liked the video. Check out more Reddit related video, I am posting them daily. Subscribe to see more Reddit content.